Over the weekend, Tyson Fury prevailed over Deontay Wilder in their trilogy fight to retain the WBC and the Ring Magazine heavyweight titles. Fury got the victory in the 11th round by way of knockout. Attorney Ed, rematch, rubber match, trilogy, or whatever you want to call it, is a double-edged sword. Alam natin yan. Kasi meron siyang familiarity element tied into it. And as we all know, familiarity breeds contempt. But can you say that, it was a competitive fight, but can you say that it still worked into the favor of Tyson Fury coming into this third fight?
Well, alam mo, Nisi, sa totoo lang, everybody was not really that much into this third fight. Because Tyson Fury actually dominated the last fight. Masyadong toro yung kanyang domination in the second fight. Many thought, mabuti pa kung si Fury labanan na lamang si Anthony Joshua. Itong laban na ito, itong ikatlong laban na ito, this only happened because Wilder's camp legally compelled itong si Fury to honor yung kanilang third fight stipulation sa kanilang kontrata. I have to admit, Fury was the heavy favorite going into this fight. 3-1 favorite. In fact, many thought, maigsi lang ang laban na ito eh. Hindi nila nakakala na aabot ng 11 rounds. Itong si Wilder gave a good account of himself. Mas maganda ang kanyang pinakita. Pero lumitaw pa rin yung problema niya in the first and second fight. Yung lack of skills. Not much jab to set up his vaunted right hand. Nakita natin yan. He came up big. Mabigat yung kanyang timbang. Pero, Diyos ko, ang laki ni Tyson Fury. 277. And this weight difference, in my opinion, factored into the third match. Kasi ginawa ni Fury, ginawa niyang mauling fight eh. Hindi niya binigyan ng distansya itong si Deontay Wilder. Kasi ang kalakasan ni Wilder, if he gets some distance to measure you with his slingshot of a right hand. And no opening round, maganda. Medyo jumajab siya ng konti sa tiyan, knowing that medyo malambot si Fury on the breadbasket. But once Fury turned this into a mauling fight, ay nakita natin yung big weight difference. Yung sumandal ka lang, medyo mabigat na eh. So the way I see it, yung overall skill set pa rin ni Tyson Fury ang nanaig sa labang ito. But what a finale, kung ito na nga ang kanilang huling pagtutuos, man, they threw everything, including the kitchen sink.
Attorney Ed, after the second fight against Fury, Wilder decided to change his trainer from Mark Breland to Malik Scott, who is his former opponent. Now, what were the things? Nabanggit mo na nga kanina yung certain familiarity between the two. What were the things that surprised you on the part of Wilder? Something that you never saw from him in the last two fights?
Well, nung una, medyo ginagamit niya yung kaliwa niya ngayon. Nakita natin may konting left jabs, parang record na nga yung jab na binitawan niya sa buong career niya doon sa first round. Pero nakita natin, even the way he delivers the jab, even Lennox Lewis at ringside was saying, you throw that left jab to the body, dapat iangat mo agad, double left. Instead of making it so predictable by throwing a left to the body and then trying to bring up the right hand na madaling basahin ni Tyson Fury. At nakita pa rin natin, medyo the way he delivers yung left to the body makes him wide open for a counter shot because he stoops down at matagal niyang ibalik sa depensa. So nakita natin, yun ang nakita natin, technically inefficient pa rin even with the change of trainers. Pero nakita rin natin, mas matibay siya ngayon, mas tumagal siya. Pero nakita natin yung conditioning pa rin. Hindi niya alam kung paano humawak ng malaking timbang dahil hindi ito ang kanyang natural weight. Itong si Tyson Fury weighed in at around 277 pounds, almost career high, pero he is used to handling the bigger weight. Sanay siya sa ganitong klaseng mabibigat na timbang. Si Wilder hindi. In fact, you go down to the legs. You see the legs? Quite thin. So medyo bukang yung upper body ang dinevelop, nakakalimutan yung ilalim. That's where if you're a power puncher, alam natin, that's where you draw the power. Diba? Particularly when you plant your feet, you're trying to gain leverage. So ito nakita natin, may konting attempt si Malik Scott. Pero naalala mo yung sabi ni Tyson Fury, nung tinanong siya, do you see any good effect sa pagpalit ng trainer from Mark Brilland, a former welterweight champion, to Malik Scott? Sabi ni Tyson Fury, well, you know, Malik Scott is a loser. Sabi niya, he's a loser. When he fought, he's a loser. So, you know, Deontay Wilder just change his trainer to a loser. They're both losers. Sabi to Tyson Fury. Meron tayong nakitang attempt to change. Pero alam mo yun, Nisi, kapag ikay power puncher, yan ang sakit ng trainer eh. Napakahirap baguhin ng todo ang style.
Yes.
Because the power puncher will always believe, hindi ko kailangan yan, I only need power. Ano? Ito yung sinasabi ko na Ernie Baron strategy. Na sinasabi nilang knowledge is power. Ano? Okay yun sa mga trivia, pero sa boxing, yung power dapat may knowledge.
Yes.
Hindi pwedeng power lang. Ano? So nakita natin, the same problems pa rin. Maganda in the early rounds, but in the tail end, he was back to being Wilder. He was swinging for the fence. Ano? He was swinging for the fence and there was no distance to establish his right hand. So iyan ang ginawa ni Fury. He made the necessary adjustments and the improvements kay Wilder were short-lived.
Attorney Ed, people always discredited Wilder for being a one-trick pony. It's always his right hand. He doesn't have the finesse, but the right hand always gets the job done. Remember, it took 41 fighters to solve that style. Despite the improvements doon sa mga nasabi mo, did this fight just prove that you cannot teach an old dog a new trick?
Parang ganyan ang lumalabas, ano? Especially at a time na may edad na si Deontay Wilder. Alam mo, yung mga bata, mas madali, yung mga batang boxer, ginugroom mo, ano? Ngayon medyo may edad na si Wilder eh. Alam natin, mahirap ng turuan yan eh. Hindi naman po ito katulad nung pelikula ni Sylvester Stallone, yung Rocky, nung siya tinuruan ni Apollo Creed, all of a sudden, naging parang fluid boxer. Sa pelikula lang po yun. Pelikula lang po yun. Pero nakita natin parang sinubukan naman talaga ni Wilder na baguhin ang style niya. Pero mismo si Mike Tyson nagsasabi before this fight, at this stage in your career, mahirap magpalit ng estilo. Kaya nga in-encourage niya si Deontay Wilder, go for broke. Matira matibay, bahala na si Batman kung makakatama ka. So mahirap na, tama ka, pag ikay old dog na, ay mahirap kang mag-learn ng new tricks. So, ginawa ni Tyson Fury, old dog na ang kalaban niya, simple lang, ang tinuro niya, lie down and sleep. Ayun, ang tinuro niya. Roll over and sleep. Ang tinuro niya kay Deontay Wilder, ano? So, ito nakita natin. But he gave it his best, ano? He emptied his arsenal down to the last bullet. Ano? Pero sabi nga natin, had he really changed? If there were more jabs, if there were more distance, okay sana, pero napakahirap isang boksingerong sing lapad, sing bigat ni Tyson Fury.
Attorney Ed, where does Tyson Fury go from here? Do you think a fight against Anthony Joshua still makes sense for him despite Joshua's current predicament?
Well, nag-issue ng resolution ng WBC kamakailan, ano? At sinabi ng WBC kung sino mananalo dito, at ito nga si Tyson Fury, dalawa lang ang pwede niyang patunguhan. Number one is a unification fight with Alexander Usyk, ano? Or a fight against the WBC interim champion, si Dillian White, who is also scheduled to fight Otto Wallin this end of the month. Si Wallin, nakalaban na rin ni Tyson Fury. Ito lang ang options niya. Now, word is out that Top Rank is trying to convince Anthony Joshua to take a step-aside fee para matuloy yung Usyk versus Fury for the undisputed heavyweight titles. But the thing is, kung mag-i-step aside si Anthony Joshua, malaking step aside fee yan. Sapagkat ang laki ng kikitain niya kontra kay Usyk in a rematch. And he is invoking the contractual stipulation for a rematch. So itong dalawang pwedeng puntahan lamang ni Tyson Fury. Unification or fight against the interim WBC champion. So ito lang ang options niya. Maganda sana yung Anthony Joshua, can you imagine, all British war, ano?
Yes.
And in fact, parang nga sa akin, mas maganda to kasi parang masyado dominated ni Usyk itong si Joshua. Parang wala akong makitang maganda sa rematch. Pero yun lang ang binigay ng WBC na options para kay Tyson Fury, considering that he retained his WBC title.